Have you received a penalty notice from HMRC asking you to pay £100, £300, or even £1,300? Don't panic. Most people just pay it without knowing they could get it cancelled legally. In this video, I'll be showing you exactly how to appeal against the penalty, the words you could use, the strategy you can use to boost your chances of success, and there will be a bonus tip somewhere. So stay with me till the end. HMRC will send you a penalty notice if you missed the deadline for either submitting the self-assessment tax return, missing the deadline for paying self-assessment tax bill, for sending them inaccurate tax return. These are some of the main reasons HMRC can send you penalty notice. Throughout this video, every process that I'll identify in here is for direct taxes only and not for indirect taxes. If this is your first time here, my name is Amma, a chartered accountant and a tax professional from AB & Co Accounting and Tax Services. Let's get started. The first thing you need to check when you receive penalty notice is identify why you have received the notice. The reason for the penalty will be identified in the letter. This could be late self-assessment tax return submission. It could be late payment of self-assessment tax bill. Could be submitting inaccurate information in your self-assessment. And it could be any reason. Identifying the reason why you have received the penalty notice determines how to successfully appeal against the penalty. Different penalties requires slightly different appeals. And so identifying the reason why you have received the penalty notice is essential. You usually have up to 30 days from the date the penalty notice was issued to appeal against penalty. The penalties add up fast, and this can be found here. Take a screenshot and look at it later. Acting fast here is necessary and essential. That is the first step. Now let's consider the next step you need to take to successfully appeal against the penalty notice that you have received. The next step is before you send any appeal at all. If the reason for the penalty notice is for late filing of your self-assessment tax return, then you need to submit the tax return and be up to date. Again, if you have any outstanding amount, you need to either pay it off or have a payment plan in place before submitting any appeal at all. If you don't do this, HMRC may not consider your appeal at all. Now let's consider how to write the appeal letter to give you a better chance of success. The first thing you need to do is you need to state your name, your UTR number, your address, and if the appeal came with a reference, you need to state the reference also in the appeal. The next step is to be honest, polite, and professional. The next thing you need to consider is you need to state it clearly, the reason why you were late. You also need to acknowledge the penalty that you have received. And then also you need to politely request for consideration. Once the appeal is ready, you need to add any evidence that you have. Without any evidence, you stand less chance of winning the appeal. So if you have any evidences to support the reason why you are late, without an evidence, there is less chance of success. HMRC works with evidences, and so you need to add any evidence that you have that will support the reason you have given in the appeal. An example of phrases you can use to support your appeal is: I respectfully request cancellation of the penalty due to a reasonable excuse as outlined in HMRC guidelines. HMRC has a list of reasonable excuses that they consider when dealing with your appeal, and these could be death, illness, software failure, HMRC online issues, and many more, which could be found here. Take a screenshot and review it later. Some of the supporting documents that you could add are SIG certificate, call logs, a screenshot of any software errors, identifying the date and when that occurred. These are some of the evidences you can add to support your appeal. Once the appeal is ready, how do you then file your appeal to HMRC? There are two ways. You can either file it online or complete SA 370 and post it to HMRC. Once HMRC receives your appeal, they will process it within 30 to 45 days, depending on their workload, and they will write to you with their decision. Now let's get to the bonus tip that I promised. These are the bonus tips. The first one is you need to keep every communication with HMRC safely for your records. The second one is when writing your appeal, remove all sentiments and emotions such as unfair, such as ridiculous. That will not shake HMRC in any way. Your evidence will shake HMRC. So remove every emotions and every sentiment and just be polite, honest, and professional when writing your appeal. As always, in all our videos, they are for education purposes only and should not be in any way be taken as any tax advice, accounting advice, or any kind of advice. For personal tailored advice, please contact us. Because we know how important it is to complete your tax return and avoid penalties, we have prepared this video for you about who needs to prepare a tax return. Please watch it next. I hope you have found this video useful. If you have, please subscribe to our channel for more tax savings tips, and don't forget to hit the like button to send us a signal that you have found value in this video. Thank you for watching.